Welcome to the faces looking at me right now. I'm excited. Some familiar faces, some new faces. My name's Evan. I'm out of Lloydminster. I work at 1061 The Goat, and my connection to this whole crazy crash for cash thing out in Widewater, Slave Lake, Alberta is I used to go to school with Gunnar Pearson, and I know the Pearson family pretty well. I haven't seen those guys in a long time, but we made a connection last year, and we set up the interview we did last year, and it was a hit. And I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad that some of the drivers are coming back. Ben, Bevan, appreciate you guys are waking up early. We'll get to you guys in a second, and some new faces too. But the whole point of why we're here, Crash for Cash, this is a big one. This is the largest demolition derby in Canada, July 10th through 12th out in Widewater. And the more people who know about this bad boy, the more interest, the more registrations. We just crank up that prize money. We crank up the prizes, and then it's an international flavor. People just come and people just hang out, and it's quite the family affair too. So if you're watching this right now, crashforcash.ca. That's where you get all the info. Pre-registrations are going to kick off in about a month. Talking to the Pearson clan, end of February, that's where it's at. Got to take a second to say that Gunnar and Brian Pearson, their family, the organizing committee, hundreds of volunteers. You guys know this because you've been at the event. This thing takes a ton of people power to make it happen. So we take a second, maybe just fellas, to put some hands together here for everybody who makes this thing happen. I mean, this is the third year now, but fantastic work from everybody there. And we'll get to the facilities in this interview as well. There's a ton of stuff happening and a ton of potential for this to just keep on going. Talking about international interest, we got some familiar faces here, obviously. The father-son duo out of New Zealand. It's shortly after 6 in the morning where you fellas are, Ben and Bevan Johnston. How are you guys today?
So, yeah, fantastic. Thanks.
I like that you guys had to look each other to check to see how you were doing because it's so early.
Just got to make sure I tell them when to speak, otherwise I'll never get a word in. But yeah, 6 a.m. I can't say I'm an early bird, but we're doing well.
Good. Well, I'm glad to see nothing's changed. I love the dynamic between you two and appreciate you guys joining us. No stranger to this derby, no stranger to this conversation, was here last year from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Cliff with some serious video and some serious swag. What's going on, man?
Just showing everybody my jacket I got from Bevan. Love it. Wear it all the time. Legends right here.
Love that.
We're doing good here.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us again. Coming back to Alberta, a little bit closer to home for me, out in Grand Prairie. I was there for 3 years myself. Driver in this year's event, Mike Boucher. Hope I'm saying that right, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. We're getting a little snow here today, so a little chilly, but we're doing good out here.
You guys got the cold temperatures. I think we were looking at my gauge this morning. It was minus 28. Feels more like minus 48 with the wind chill in Lloydminster. How does that feel, Ben and Bevan, out in New Zealand? Any closer to you guys in that temperature or what?
I honestly don't even know what that sort of cold means.
Can't even imagine it. Yeah,
because we might have like 5 degrees, something like that, or even 0, and everyone's in a panic, and then no one wants to go to the shed, and then we see the videos of everyone working on their cars in the snow, and I'm like, what on earth is this? And, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a special breed of guys. So I appreciate Mike out in GP. I lived in that community for a long time. Lots of snow in that area. You guys have been pummeled this year. And a big shout out to you for jumping in last minute because we did have Ron Hodges scheduled to be on here. He couldn't make it, but a shout out to the legend who won $50,000 at this event back in 2000. So shout out Ron Hodges, who's going to be at the event this year again. Couldn't make this call, but we miss him and we're excited to get to see him and know that he's coming out there. Last but not least, closest to me. So we're just down the Highway 16 from Lloyd, out of Edmonton. Driver for this year's event was at the last 2 events. Kyle Reese in Edmonton. Thanks for joining us. A new face on this call this year.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me. Real excited.
Love it. I also hear that your dad, Willie, talk about family affair, talk about passing the tradition down. Willie was a driver back in the day. He was competing against the Ron Hodges of the world way back in the day. So maybe shout out your dad real quick.
Yeah, my dad, Willie Reese, he raced back in 2000 and many years before that. I kind of took it over from there, and yeah, it's a family thing for us. My kids paint the cars. We all have fun. 3 generations come every year to Slave, so.
Love this. Love that. getting into it because that's come up a couple of times, family stuff. We're connecting today to pump some serious tires, fellas. That's what we're gonna do. We're the faces of the promo ahead of the pre-registration. I don't know how I got selected to be the face. Ben and Bevan were saying that I got a nice clean haircut today, which is great. It didn't look like that yesterday, so I cleaned myself up. You guys are definitely bringing the flavor here today. Lots of buzz globally for this event. Cliff, let's go to you first. You've been out at this event in the heydays, back in the 90s, early 2000s. You also were present the last couple of years. What does this event mean for Demolition Derby in Canada? I don't think people realize how big this event is.
Yeah, it's huge, and I think it's, the last couple of years they're showing the growth. It's quick, and I just like to say a big thank you to Gunnar Pearson for putting together this venue. It's just a monumental task, and great job by him and everyone, for all of us, to come out and smash a car. I mean, it's just a hobby, but these guys take it very serious. They've never driven a demo or nothing, but they take it very serious and they love the sport. And I think the least that we could do as drivers that love to go to cool places and drive for big money is support it, and get along, support it, have a good time. Last year was so fun. The energy was electric, and I had a great time. Everyone had a great time, and I can't wait for this year.
Love it. That's could have said it better. I mean, I think everybody's nodded along in this video going, that's exactly right. Obviously, we talked about the connection with your dad, Kyle. There's a legacy there, family stuff. What does it mean to you about the legacy of the sport? I mean, you watched your dad do it. Now you do it. Your kids paint your car. There's something special about Demolition Derby. I don't think a lot of people realize until they actually get into this thing.
Yeah, I think it has to run in your blood. I mean, once you get in, you're stuck. And I mean, it's huge to be a part of it, especially something my dad did 20 some years ago, to be running in the same derby. And hopefully one day my kids are running in it too.
You talked to, I mean, you and I were the first to join this call, kind of off the air. You said last year was tough for you guys. There was a bit of an injury. You talk about family and community, and looking at these faces on this call, a lot of them were there last year. I mean, I think everybody. You got into some medical stuff there, and this group was there to support you. Talk about that for a second.
Oh, 100%. I took an unfortunate hit and I ended up breaking 5 ribs. I punctured a lung. We got airlifted back to Edmonton from Slave Lake, spent a little time in the hospital. And guys like Bev and Ben, they actually came and visited me for the day in the hospital, hung out, Gunner, all of them. I have tons of different drivers calling me, texting me, making sure I was okay. We actually had Kathy Johnson ended up driving my truck and trailer back home for us because obviously I couldn't drive it home. And yeah, so I mean, it's a tight-knit community, especially at the Derby. We all want to help each other just so we can beat each other on the track.
It's cool. I mean, you don't want anybody to go through something like that, but to know that you got a community behind you that's going to back you up and help you get to back to where you need to go and back driving, and hopefully out at this event again this year, it's special for sure. So to everybody there helping you, Kyle, and for your kids being there now, seeing you, that's epic. I mean, you guys already talked about it. Brian Pearson, back in the day out in Widewater, good friends with my parents. He kind of started this whole thing, and now you talk about Gunner passing the torch, building this facility out. Mike, Cliff, Ben, Mike, Kyle, let's talk about the facility real quick. Mike, I'll go to you out in GP. What does this thing look like compared to some of the other demolition derby facilities in Canada and maybe globally?
Well, so first of all, it's only 2 years old. So this thing is fresh. It's beautiful. It is well thought out. And then they bring in the food trucks and the porta potties and all that kind of stuff, and things that kind of go unnoticed in the background. And then they've got different vendors and stuff, and it's just really well thought out and organized. And I'm from Slave Lake. I grew up there, and just the pride of what these people are doing on their own time, and to get this all running and organized, it's fantastic.
Kyle, Cliff, Ben, anybody, Bevan, you guys have anything to add on that? I mean, that's well said by Mike, but you guys were all agreeing off mic and off air. This thing has been fantastic for just 2 years old.
I just like to say, if you're a derby driver and you just started or you've been doing it for a long time, you owe it to yourself to go to Slave Lake, try it at least once, experience it, it's like nothing else. I derbied a lot of places, you know, US, Canada, all over, and this place is just, the energy is crazy in a good way.
Ben Bevan, throw to you guys because you guys had a comment too coming from New Zealand.
Just to watch the change between the first time and the second time was absolutely phenomenal. But the amount of work that's gone on there, clearing it and then bringing everything in and making bleachers, and it's a facility for the whole community. It's a real sacrifice that not only Gunner but his family have put in there. And then when you come to say, like, well, the drivers, I mean, if it wasn't for guys like Kyle, Cliff, and Mike, it makes it a lot tougher for us to come as well. But it's that support. We had car troubles, and we were supported massively. You know, like, yeah, it's an incredible event for drivers. And it is, like Cliff said, you know, something that you've got to experience. It's we're looking forward to coming back.
Kyle, over to you real quick on the facilities and that piece, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous track. It's huge. One of the bigger ones for sure. The grandstands, everything there is just really nice. The track was nice and packed down, not soft like you see some of the other tracks where you can kind of get stuck. There's lots of big hits, hard hits. And all the drivers, I mean, the energy there is just great. Like I said before, we all help each other out, fixing cars and making sure we can get back out there just so we can beat each other down.
It's special. We have an event out here in Lloyd, and I was asked to do the announcing for it. I've never done play-by-play on Demolition Derby before, but I got to tell you, fellas, it was probably the most exciting play-by-play I've ever done in my life. It's just mayhem and carnage everywhere you look. You don't even know how to keep up. It's fantastic. So this isn't just for the drivers. I mean, obviously people are going to be pre-registering for this thing, but if you're watching this right now and you go, well, maybe I should make an outing of it, July 10th, 11th, 12th, and just come take on a spectacle with the family. That's what it's all about. Tying back into family, I can't leave Ben, Bev, and the New Zealand boys hanging here. Definition of family right there. You got a father-son on the screen right now. I was doing some research, guys, from the northern tip of New Zealand to Slave Lake, Alberta. Google tells me it's nearly 13,000 kilometers. 13,000 kilometers. Obviously, this event means something for you guys to travel all that way. What does it mean to you guys to keep coming back?
Yeah, we come back. I mean, it's one that, as you said, that facility, and it's crazy to think, what is it, 16 months ago or just 2 years ago was actually a forest before even the one before, which is mad. But we come back for the people that put it on. So the likes of our good friends in the campfire barbecues with Cliff, good people like Kyle and Mike, who helped me, let me get the trans out of his car to fix my car in the middle of the night last year. Also a shout out to one of the guys, Laverne, who helped me all night on my car. Just another guy who was out the track. So we basically blew a trans before the first heat. But we had a lot of people who were jumping in to help all through the night. So that's just at the track, and obviously, really good hospitality. Canadians are actually like more similar to New Zealanders, I think, than Australians. So it's easy. It's actually pretty easy to get along with everyone. And then the whole community spirit. So anywhere you go in town, everyone's for it. So much big sponsors. I've obviously got a big Impact sponsor, which is huge and supports us to come over. So it's a real treat for us. And we look forward to it. And we'll keep coming back until we're not allowed.
I don't think there'll ever be a place where you won't be allowed, especially with that shout out saying Canadians and New Zealanders are just tight knit. I love that. That's special. I mean, we take a lot of pride in what we do here in this country, and to celebrate and to show that to people globally. I think that's what this whole thing's about. You talked about people power. You talked about volunteers. You need hundreds of volunteers to make something like this happen. You as drivers know that. So this is just a quick nod from me to all those people behind the scenes who may never even get a name mentioned, but you know that they're there and they're just hustling and they're making it work. So take a second to recognize those volunteers. And if you guys have a story or two, obviously you can share it. But we all know that the people power makes this thing go around. So special shout out to all those volunteers who make it happen. The sponsorships you guys mentioned, Ben, Bevan, that's huge too. The local community setting this thing up, talking with Brian Gunner behind the scenes. It's an opportunity for people to jump on. So if you're watching this right now, you're a local business, regional business, you want to figure something out, crashforcash.ca, reach out to those boys. This is in July. They're looking for people and partners to make this thing bigger and better as we go forward. So that's an opportunity too. I'm also hearing that the first 100 drivers who register, guys, will also be in draws for some pretty kick-ass prizing once again this year. So you know there's going to be a huge lineup for the pre-registration to give back to the drivers who are coming out all this way. That's special too. One thing before we wrap and do final thoughts. Brian was talking to me on the phone yesterday, and they're doing something special. I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but this year for Crash for Cash, before the Derby starts, I know this name is going to be familiar to all of you on this call. Terry Fuzzy Twiselle. I say that name, and you see the reactions from the people on this video from Canada for sure. This legend in the sport, no stranger to wide water, no stranger to the event, no stranger in the past couple of years, was part of the original Derby run back in wide water nearly 30 years ago. He attended last year's event as well, and sadly, he passed away this December. And as a way to memorialize the big hole that Fuzzy left now without him there, this year, the organizers of Crash for Cash have created a memorial award that will be given out to a driver this year. This award basically stands for peace, pride, promise, professionalism. And to kick off the event this year, Terry's son, Adrian, he's going to be in attendance. And his dad's last wishes, Fuzzy's last wishes, was to have his ashes spread out at the facility on the Derby track before the first hits take place. So that's what his son Adrian's going to do. And take a moment to maybe just celebrate Terry. If anybody who knew Fuzzy, floor is yours. Cliff, maybe start with you. I saw some claps there from you. Cliff, talk about this guy and what he's done for the sport.
Well, I met Fuzzy once at a Derby there, and he was with Brian Pearson, and he is just such an authentic, just a nice man. The energy was great. Someone you want to be around. And he had so much knowledge, and he would, you ask him a question, he would help you, give you advice. I wish I would have knew him better, but I think this award, it goes to show that, Gunner and the Pearsons, they really care about the drivers, and they really want to make this for the drivers. And if we just, do our part, this thing could go, sky's the limit. And I'm so glad that Fuzzy's got an award that's going to be handed out every year, and everyone's going to remember him for as long as the Derby is there and beyond.
Love it. Kyle, Mike, anything on your guys' side? I don't know if you knew him personally or not, but
I didn't know him personally, but I mean, there was just people like that tend to cast a shadow, and I'm not saying that in a negative light. He was great for the sport, great for promoting our event, especially in Slave Lake, and great for just bouncing questions off of that, because he seemed to have answers that that you just oh, that makes perfect sense or whatever, right? So just about the knowledge, I guess.
Awesome. Kyle, over to you.
Yeah, I never knew him personally. I know my dad knew him. I know I watched him when I was a lot younger, back in the 20, 30 years ago type thing. But I mean, just to have some of the old legends be immortalized like that is awesome to see and great to hear. And yeah, good for him. He deserves it.
Love that. Love that. And I know, Ben, Bevan, not to put you guys on the spot, but I'm sure there's people like that in your family, and there's people like that in the community, and that just kind of nails this thing, right? That's exactly what this event's about.
We also met him, and he was very friendly and welcoming to us as well. Like, it's one of those faces that you look forward to seeing again. So yeah, we're disappointed as well.
Appreciate the words. Appreciate you guys sharing some stories, some insight. Any final words to get some drivers out there and pre-register? Floor is yours. New Zealand guys, maybe we start with you. Why should somebody, maybe even outside of Canada, think about an event like this, Crash for Cash 2026?
It's the big money, the big cars, big sponsors. You'll have an absolute ball with all of the people around. You know, race hard, put on big hits, put on a show. Huge crowd, massive support. You can hear it from in the car above the screaming V8, so that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, we're coming all that way. We're coming there for a reason, and it's because it's absolutely insane. And we can't wait. And again, big thanks to Impact and Big Fish Bay. We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, especially staying at Big Fish Bay is absolutely awesome. And for people like it, they need to get in and book in and stay, even if you're just coming to spectate and you want to watch. What an awesome place for families to stay. But yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we a shout out to Impact Distributors, because without them, we wouldn't have made it on the 2 trips that we've had before, and Big Fish Bay. But especially to Brian, Gunner, and their families, we love and appreciate them, and the other drivers. You know, like we want to smash their cars, but we didn't want to see anybody get hurt like Kyle did. You know, we were gutted. We're absolutely gutted to see that. It's not part of who we are or whatever. You know, like we're caring people, but we're brutal on the track, and it's put to the floor.
Well, the event's better to have both of you guys there from New Zealand, so we appreciate you guys being here. Cliff, Mike, Kyle, I don't know if there's anything left to be said, but if you guys want to jump on, go for it. Cliff, go ahead.
I'd just like to say, you know, we all go for the Derby. We all have a lot of fun. But in the midst of all that, like me last year, I forgot about the Derby because we were having so much fun with everybody. I forgot all about the Derby and we're having fun. And then I wake up the next day, it's Saturday, and we get to Derby again. How good is that? Come on, let's go, people. Get down there. Slave Lake 2026, baby. Let's go.
That
That's
is the
it.
energy we need to take right through till July. Cliff,
We need to
appreciate you,
bottle
man.
that. We need to bottle it.
Yeah, 100%. Mike, over to you.
Well, all I can say is I hope when I get my car done this year, I hope I last longer than 2.5 minutes.
That's what my wife said.
I'm okay to paint this time. But you know what? At the end of the day, it was all about just going out and having some fun and seeing some old faces and meeting some new ones. And you know, I grew up there, so going home for me is just it really is just a treat. I you know, I like being at home. So.
Love it, Mike. Appreciate you being here as well. Cliff, you as well. Kyle, the new face on the call. You get the final word today, which is pretty special. So I know you're hoping for a different event this year than last year, and maybe that's the perfect place for us to end this thing. What do you got to say, man?
Anybody interested in trying, come try it, 'cause I guarantee you'll be hooked for life after that first crash. It's just an absolute blast. Everybody at the event's great. They all help each other. Like I've said 100 times, it's just great to be around the sponsors. I mean, I know my personal sponsor, Precision Performance. Without them, I wouldn't be there every year. Without the other people, the other drivers helping out, and without the other drivers driving, there wouldn't be a Derby. So anyone interested, I guarantee you, if you try it once, you'll be hooked for the rest of your life. It's that much fun.
Love it. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate your words. Appreciate your time. Crash for Cash, July 10th, 11th, 12th, out in Widewater, just outside Slave Lake, Alberta, Canada. Pre-registration is going to start end of February, mid-February. So look for that. The website and everywhere you need to go, crashforcash.ca. Guys, enjoy. Have a good rest of the season, and gear up for July. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Evan. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
forgiveness, man. Thank you, buddy.
Take care,
Thank
guys.
Thank you very much.
Perfect, you guys have a good one.
A Border City legend. 1061 The GOAT.
All right. Welcome.